This man was very curious, so he touched a rainbow. Unexpectedly, from that moment on, the rainbow grew on his hand. From that day onward, whenever it rained, the rainbow would appear in different forms, only to slowly disappear again. The man, however, developed a strange illness. Every time it rained, he would be uncontrollably drawn into the rain, and then disappear from sight. After a few days, he would return in a disheveled state. But when there was no rain, his mind would be very clear, though he was always extremely thirsty. No matter how much water he drank, his thirst would never be quenched. Not long after, the man collapsed, but even when he fell ill, whenever it started raining, he would still feel an irresistible urge to run into the rain. In the end, he weakened so much he couldn't even stand, but still longed to see the rainbow once more, even before dying. So, his son decided to travel everywhere, just to find a rainbow, and bring it back for his father to see. After hearing this story, Ginkgo realized that what the father saw wasn't actually a real rainbow, but rather a creature called a rainbow serpent. These were different from regular, natural rainbows. They didn't appear according to sunlight, or the position of the rain, and their colors were arranged in a completely opposite order to real rainbows. Ginkgo knew of the existence of the rainbow serpent, but had never seen one in person, so she decided to help the son, Hiru, search for it. Like real rainbows, the rainbow serpent also appeared after rain, so they needed to understand the pattern of the rainfall. Hiru had been searching for rainbows for many years, so he could predict when it would rain. They then set off together, following the rhythm of the rainy days, in search of the unique rainbow. However, things didn't go as planned. While real rainbows were easy to find, the rainbow serpent was incredibly hard to locate. So, they agreed that by the time the autumn equinox came, if they still hadn't found it, they would give up. Actually, Hiru's desire to find the rainbow wasn't entirely for his father. There was another reason. His father, obsessed with rainbows, had given him this name. It was because of this name that he was often ridiculed by the villagers. His family had always built bridges for the village. His older brother had successfully taken over their father's business, and was very talented. Every time a bridge was washed away by floods, his brother could design a better bridge. But Hiru couldn't continue the family business, and after injuring his left hand, he could only work as a mediocre carpenter. So, he spent all his time taking care of his father. One day, his father told him, "Although others ridicule your name, I gave it to you because it was the most beautiful thing I ever saw." His father also said that if he wanted to change his name, he would be happy to give him a new one. Hiru was moved by his father's love, so he refused to change his name, and vowed never to give up, promising to become a more famous craftsman than his father. With this resolve, he set out on a long journey to find the rainbow. He wanted to find that rainbow, and prove everything to the villagers. So this journey was not just for his father, but also to find the courage to live. However, Ginkgo's reason for traveling was completely different. She was out for rest, whereas Hiru was using the journey to escape reality. He couldn't let go of his past, and start a new life. He was driven forward by this thought. Originally, Hiru wanted to find the rainbow to prove himself, but now it had become an obsession. Every time he saw a rainbow, he believed it was hope, so he desperately wanted to get closer to it. Eventually, he found the rainbow his father had described. It was the most beautiful thing he had ever seen. Now, all he could think of was bringing it back to show his father. But just as he touched the rainbow, it felt like being struck by an electric current. Thankfully, Ginkgo grabbed him just in time. Otherwise, Hiru would have been possessed just like his father. Although the rainbow serpent was alive, it was like any other natural